Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Amalatun Nasibah. My number student is 049. I want to explain about the production of speech sound. This is a part of phonetics. The organ of speech. Speech sound that we use in speaking a language are produced by the speech or vocal organs, which include the mouth and respiratory apparatus. So the speech organs are kept in three areas of the human body. They are the chest, the throat, and the head. This is a figure of the organ of speech. So in human body, there are three parts, the sounds speech organs. In the up is the head, in the middle is the throat, and the bottom is the chest. In the chest are the lungs, which are very important in speaking because all speech sounds are produced with some air flowing from the lungs. So, when we are the lungs, we can produce speech sounds. So, in the chest are the lungs, is organs, important organs. In the throat is the larynx, which is located just inside the Adam's apple. The part of the throat that protrudes in a man and in the corresponding area in a woman. In the human head are the organs of articulation, which are called articulator, and the cavities, the oral cavity or mouth, and nasal cavity or nose. So remember, there are two cavities. The oral cavity is mouth and nasal cavity is nose. Oral cavity is mouth and nasal cavity is nose. So the oral or the mouth and nasal or nose cavities are used as resonating chambers. Based on whether or not they can be moved, this articulator can be distinguished into two kinds. So they are movable, the organs is lips, tongue, soft palate, and the uvula. And unmovable, the organs are teeth, the teeth ridge, and the hard palate. So the tongue is the most flexible speech organ since every part of it can be moved in the direction of sound production. So the tongue atau lidah merupakan speech organ yang paling fleksibel untuk bisa berubah di beberapa arah dari produksi si sumber suara ini. So this is a figure of subdivision of the tongue. They are part of tip of the tongue, front, center, and back. Next, the diagram of articulator. On the basis of the function, the vocal organs can be divided into three subsystems as the following. The first, the respiratory system, which is the source of the air streams needed to produce speech sounds. The second is the phonatory system, which provides interruption in the vocal tract needed to produce voice. Third, or the last, are the articulator system, which modifies the outgoing air stream in various ways to produce and differentiate speech sounds. So this is a figure of the articulator. Next, speech sounds production. All sounds are basically produced when there is some interruption made by speech organs. They are going air somewhere along the vocal tract. The obstruction may take place in the mouth cavity. So there are a projection process. It is the obstruction. So the obstruction might take place in the mouth cavity, which is formed by the speech organs above the larynx to interrupt the air stream forced out from the lungs or articulator. So articulator is organs specials to interrupt the air stream forced out from the lungs. And the act of moving two articulator to each other for the obstruction of the air stream is called articulation. So articulator is the organ and the articulation is the process. If the two articulator, for instance, make contact tightly to each other, in order to obstruct the air stream completely, and then this obstruction is released to let the air escape with a sudden force through the mouth. So the sounds produced are plosive, such as like up, up, a, d, a g, like a consonant, and etc. But when there is a complete obstruction made by the tongue in the center of the mouth and the air can escape through on or both sides of the tongue, the sound produced is called lateral. For example, L, L, L. Okay, so speech sounds or projections explain about all sounds are basically produced when there is some interruption by made by speech organs against the other going air somewhere along the vocal tracts. The vibration of vocal cords produces the speech sounds called voice. So the voice is products of speech sounds. Thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.